I'm Tiffany. There is a good chance you have no idea who I am. It's actually pretty expected. I make videos on TikTok for about 3 years now. Since I really started my healing journey, I left a toxic relationship in 2021 and found spirituality. And I started healing generational trauma and cycles and all of the things. And I did it with 4 kids. And I realized how hard it was and how little there's stuff for moms and then there's stuff for the healing community, but it didn't seem like there was something for both. So I did a lot of my journey pulling from each and trying to figure out what worked best for my family. And it was hard. I remember I started doing different journal prompts, the books with them in it. And I started going to therapy and really working on myself after the summer of 2021. And then by the end of 2021, I found a twin flame relationship. Now, I know there's a lot of strong feelings in the spiritual community about twin flames. Believe it, don't believe it. I battle with that every day myself, which isn't the most important part of this whole shebang. Kinda. Regardless, 2020 into 2021, met, connected, 2022, separated. Separation happened. And that really jump-started my spiritual awakening and my journey of self-love. There were a bunch of creators that I was following, getting messages through, learning things, downloads, things like that aren't really at the top of the twin flame community anymore, kind of sizzled out because, not because it's not real, but because we grow and evolve as a person and we find our true calling, nature, and things like that. So if you are on the twin flame journey, the crazy, delusional, soul-absorbingness, it doesn't last forever. Mostly. It's there to get you to the point where you need to be at. And once you learn that cycle, that lesson, whatever that is, clicks, it gets easier. I promise. I promise it gets easier. So since that time in 2022, I am now a Reiki master. I attend a spiritual center, which is called Center for Spiritual Living. If that's your jam, they got them all over. All over. I go to one in Florida, and I'm pretty active there. They teach earnest homes, spiritual mind treatment, things like that. I am on my course to become a practitioner through them. But when I go, there's a lot of, lessons, diving in. I'm sure they're all a little bit different. We do ours online, so if you want to check that out, I guess you could do that too. Workshops, just different things that really, I thought helped me along my journey. If not just finding like-minded people that give a shit. That was a big part for me, was finding my community, and that was mostly just finding people that cared about their own spiritual growth and how they were going to impact the world at a larger scale, because isn't that what we're all supposed to do? So that leads me to kind of why I'm here in this space now on YouTube. TikTok might be going down. Who even knows? And I just want to be more intentional about the things that I do. And I want to be more predominant in a healing space. I really want to step into that practitioner role, whether it's with Center for Spiritual Living or it's just me helping other moms or people in general find that bridge between the life that they want to live, the life that they live, and whatever crazy, insane stuff has happened in their past. Because we all have a past. My main focuses are on generational trauma, cycles, and in a family dynamic setting, helping heal those for the future. And that's really what I want to focus on with my own practice, with my kids, just trying to make it better, because I think definitely that, it starts with you, kind of like that analogy on the airplane. You got to put your face mask on before you can help someone else. And I think a great place to start is really within yourself, but then it ripples outwards. And I just really want to be intentional with that ripple going into 2025. So I wanted to start this and see where it leads. Whether it's just silly little videos with some information and helping and, just kind of giving some guidance to people, or it turns into something a little bit more. Who knows? I have no idea what the future holds, but I kind of want to see where this goes. To give you some more context into my journey, I am going to be saving a bunch of the different things that I've posted on different accounts that I've had. And I'll post a bunch of little shorts from the beginning of my journey, so you guys can see just how much of a journey it's been. And if you've been through your Saturn return, you know. And if you haven't been through your Saturn return, buckle up, Buttercup. Buckle up. And you can see how much mine has been through. I very frequently look back through different videos and I went, wow, I did that. I did that with my whole chest. Especially through the beginning of the twin flame thing, because it is a really tough time. And if you want to go into the twin flame stuff, let me know in the comments, wherever that is here, probably down here. And I can help you a little bit. I can tell you what I know, what I've learned. And then closer to the new year actually happening and coming up, I'll post some newer content, some things that I'm doing now in my life. I really want to get my kids' age range from 4 to 9. I have 4 kids. I have 4, 6, 8, and 9. And it's been a struggle for us. I'm not even going to try to convey the perfect little family, because we're not. I was in a domestic abuse situation. So a lot of our generational cycles, ancestral cycles that we have in my family, come through that. It has a lot to do with that. Anger, violence, emotional regulation not being a thing at all. I was never taught that as a kid. I was definitely taught more on the, if it hurts, it's love. And that's not something I want them to know at all. So we're definitely working on changing that cycle. Starts with me, moves on to them. So a lot of the stuff that we're learning now, I've been taking workshops and things for emotional regulation, to help them, to help me, to help us, help the future family, generations, and things like that. So I will post a lot of different stuff like that. I do remember there was a time when meltdowns were insane. And they were melting down. I was melting down. We all just didn't know how to handle it. And I was like, if there was only some resource, and I didn't want to sound crazy, like I couldn't control my children, and I knew that they needed help, and I didn't know how to do that. Luckily now, I mean, that was years ago. We've come a long way since then. Luckily now there's a lot more resources out there. And I want to just be able to give a real solid, raw version of that. So no other mom feels the guilt or the shame of not knowing what the fuck to do. Because half the time we don't. And that's okay. And that's something that should be normalized. And it's not. And that's okay too. But we really need to work on just helping each other a little bit more. So that's really what I want to do with this platform. Create this kind of a safe space to grow and evolve together, to teach each other stuff. Because I'm still learning and I am here actively doing this every day for my family, and I have friends that message me all the time and other people for, guidance and stuff. So I want to make that more of a public space. We all need some help sometimes. And so hi, I'm Tiffany, and you probably have no idea who I am, but I hope you stick around and we figure it out together.